We've had quite a few horror movies centered around things that have entered the public domain. Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey is probably the most notable. Hell, we're getting a cinematic Pooniverse. Then we had Steamboat Willie, which I watched The Mousetrap, and it might just be the worst movie I've ever seen. Today, I'm not talking about a bear and his friends, or a mouse that drives a boat. I'm taking a look at Popeye. He appeared in a comic strip all the way back in 1929, but now he's in a horror movie called Popeye's Revenge that was released earlier this year. Popeye the Sailor Man lives in a garbage can. Hopefully that's not a place where we'll find this movie. But I'm not gonna waste any more time. Grab your spinach and let's see what Popeye's Revenge is all about.
Good news, everyone!
It actually wasn't terrible. It plays out pretty much how you think it will, but while it is average at best, I still got some enjoyment out of it. The main reason we're here is Popeye himself. I think the design is solid. I love the big forearms. He doesn't really speak, he just sort of grunts. The movie starts off with his backstory, similar to Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey. In this fun storybook animation, we learn that Popeye, whose real name is John, I guess, was a deformed child and he got bullied at school. He had enough one day and choked a kid until his eyes popped out. His parents locked him in the basement of their home, where he had a mysterious friend who would slip notes to him from under a door. Well, it wasn't long before some parents from the town burned down his family's house in order to keep everyone safe. Popeye actually escaped, but he fell into a lake and drowned. It's almost like they mixed Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger's backstories together. Before we meet our main characters, we need a quick demonstration of how ruthless Popeye is gonna be. We have a few YouTubers to start off this movie: Cherry, May, and Alan. And May is actually played by Danielle Scott, who is in so many of these low-budget British horror movies. She was the main character in Freddy's Fridays, a movie I made a video on a while back. It's so fun watching these kinds of movies because Danielle Scott will just pop up and I'm like, oh my god, yay, there she is, queen! But anyways, back to the movie. Their whole YouTube channel is about investigating haunted locations or whatever, so Alan and Cherry investigate the basement of Popeye's home and they start making out for content. Our views are down, so what if we just start fucking on camera? I hate to break it to you, but YouTube is not going to be happy about that. This is where we first see Popeye and he has an anchor as his main weapon. May is out getting some sound and she ends up being our first victim. But now back to Alan and Cherry. Oh my god, an arm just straight through the torso. Okay. It's Alan's turn to go, but he actually fights back, which I thought was kind of surprising. But it's not long before Popeye grabs a hold of him and chokes him until his eyes pop out. And I mentioned that mysterious friend from earlier. Popeye receives another note that says, welcome back. Our main characters for this movie is Tara and her messy-ass friend group. Tara's parents were given Popeye's house, so her and her pals are gonna renovate it and turn it into a haunted house attraction. They drive up to the house, almost running over some random guy. Tara's messy friend group slash home renovators consists of Kathy, who's a bit of a bitch, Nick, who's cheating on his girlfriend Donna with a girl named Sky. There's a random stoner guy named Beanie who's crushing on Kathy. Then finally there's Tara's boyfriend Dylan, who's hiding a little secret from her. Like I said, messy. Let's go see what Popeye's up to, and oh, he's just hanging out on a boat in broad daylight. Popeye goes out to claim another victim. It's the random guy from earlier that almost got run over. He's out fishing. Popeye chokes him out with his anchor, and yeah. There's a bit of a side plot to this movie involving Tara's parents, and her mom actually receives word that Popeye is back. Apparently her husband knows nothing about all this Popeye nonsense, so damn, everyone in this movie's just keeping secrets. But back to Popeye's neck of the woods, a random woman just shows up. Everyone's super creeped out, so Donna tells the strange lady to just piss off. But when Tara goes to apologize to her, the strange woman says that she's the one. Oh, brother. In a shocking turn of events, one of these characters actually decides to be honest. The thing that Dylan's been keeping to himself is that he got accepted to a college, but it's on the other side of the country, but he wants Tara to come with him. Tara gets a bit upset because she's too attached to where she is, like where her family is, and Dylan kind of knew that already, but I mean, it was worth a shot. Now it's time for a hot tub scene. Nick and Sky are getting it on, but Sky tells Nick that, hey, you gotta pick, me or Donna. Things end up escalating, so Sky breaks things off with Nick. He gets all pissy and storms off, so Sky sends a text to Donna telling her everything. Unfortunately though, it's her time to go. Popeye sneaks up behind her, chokes her, grabs her boob, and then, whoa, okay, where the hell is all this blood coming from? Then he finally drowns her. And to make matters worse for poor Sky, her text failed to send. Oh hey look, creepy lady. At this point in the movie, I was getting a bit fed up. We're about halfway through almost, and these kills have been lackluster. The only Popeye quality about Popeye is the look and his pipe, but while it's putting a bit more effort in compared to the Mousetrap, it's still not much. So it's the next morning and Nick is telling everyone that Sky left. Like I mentioned earlier, Beanie has been crushing on Kathy the whole time, so he finally asks her out, and she pretty much just says fuck off, so he gets all pissed and goes out into the woods. He stumbles upon Popeye's dock, and he goes into his boat, and oh look, a dead body. Beanie looks at a picture of Kathy, and oh no, Beanie, no. Dude, really? Out in the open? Oh, anchor to the junk! Popeye rips out his spine and then rips his head off. That's what I'm talking about. And things just keep getting messier because Donna receives that text from Sky finally. Donna and Nick obviously fight and then she storms off. This causes Nick to take his anger out on a piece of wood. Oh hey look, a can of spinach. Popeye shows up and he's actually ready to like brawl. He's like spitting on his fists, having his little fighting stance. This is what I wanted out of this Popeye. Thank you. The fight with Nick doesn't last too long, and he impales Nick's face on a piece of wood. The movie lets us know that these characters have no chance of escaping because their car tires have been axed. Donna believes that Nick was the axe-wielding maniac, so she goes back to confront him, but she finds Nick's dead body. And also Popeye's still there. Dylan wakes Tara up from a nap, and they can't find anyone. Kathy, Dylan, and Tara meet up, but then they separate again. Tara actually ends up finding a burnt picture of her mom with her class, and there's like a kid cut out of the picture. Donna's still alive, but not for long, because she gets caught in a net, and Popeye shows up in a triple lawnmower. What the hell is that thing? Popeye slowly moves in closer to Donna, and I don't know how tangled up she is in that net, but it really feels like she could have gotten up and just started running again. Our final three find Donna getting shredded up by Popeye and run. As they're running away, Kathy trips and gets separated. But hold on a minute. Tara's parents and Dylan's mom arrive to save the day. Earlier in the movie, Dylan's mom told Tara's parents that the kids all went up to Popeye's house, so they headed out on their way, and here they are. But unfortunately, Dylan's mom dies instantly. Tara's dad steps up to fight Popeye. Alright, goat. Oh, never mind. Tara's parents meet up with her and Dylan, and they have to inform poor Dylan that his mom's dead.
Wait, my mom's here.
Anyways, let's see if Kathy can survive on her own. Oh my god, Kathy, stop falling down. Kathy gets into a car and tries to drive off, but Popeye freaking flips the car over. We see some gasoline leaking, so you know what that means. The remaining characters want to know what the hell is going on, so Tara's mom finally spills the beans. Tara's mom was a teacher, and Popeye was one of her students. After he died, he started appearing in people's dreams, so they all took that as a sign to rebuild Popeye's house and take turns owning the land. She also reveals that her and the other parents were the ones that ended up killing Popeye. Major 2010 Nightmare on Elm Street vibes. I don't know if that's just me. Oh hey, Crazy Lady's back and she just stabs Tara's parents. Okay. She reveals pretty much what all of us were already thinking. She was Popeye's mysterious friend, and her name is Olive.
My name is Olive. Johnny's my brother.
Wait, Popeye's her brother? What? Like, she's supposed to be his girlfriend. What? What? Well, regardless of that, she tells them that Popeye and her just wanted to play, and also we learned that Tara was really nice to Popeye growing up, so, like, that's why she's the chosen one. But Tara and Dylan say F that noise and get the hell out of there after dumping some gasoline on her, and eventually that leads to Dylan lighting Olive on fire. Tara's dad, I guess, is dead, but her mom is still hanging in there, but not for long, because Popeye, now seeing that Olive is dead, his sister slash not girlfriend, hopefully, he kills Tara's mom right in front of her. But now it's Dylan's turn, and he is just beating the hell out of him. Tara distracts Popeye by getting in that big lawnmower thing. Dylan actually wraps the anchor around Popeye's leg, and he gets absolutely shredded. Now Dylan does something absolutely insane here just minutes after watching her own mother die and killing this big freak that's been chasing him the whole night. Dylan says,
So you're gonna come stay home with me, yeah?
the audacity! What the hell? Dude, she just watched her mom die. At least wait like an hour or something. Tara throws her key into the lake, but then it gets tossed back. And the key isn't the only thing that comes back. And there you have it. That is Popeye's Revenge. This movie isn't that bad when you compare it to the likes of the first Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie and The Mousetrap. Now that's not saying much, but at least as the movie was winding down, I was having a little bit of fun. Like I said earlier, the look of Popeye is cool. The first half, the kills were very lackluster, very boring, but then as soon as we get to the dock scene where he rips out spines and he starts throwing up his fist, he gets a lot more sillier and has a lot more facial expressions, I guess, and it just made me enjoy the character more rather than, here's a character you know, but he's evil now, rah. I don't see why the first half of the movie couldn't have that silliness in it as well, but whatever. The characters were 50-50, none of them really had any sort of personality. Half of them were assholes. Kathy only cared about being paid. Nick was cheating on his girlfriend with Sky. The only thing Beanie did was smoke weed and try to get with Kathy. Dylan was being a bit shady in the beginning, but when the reveal is that, oh, he's just going to college somewhere, I feel like it's not that bad. I didn't mind Dylan, I didn't mind Tara, and I didn't mind Donna. So yeah, very lackluster characters, but the characters that were assholes, they ended up dying, so that's kind of a win. Obviously, this movie could have been done without Popeye. They just wanted to, like, use the name because it entered public domain. It's gonna get some eyes on their movie, which it worked because I was interested to see what this mess was gonna be. But I really don't mind the idea of these public domain character horror movies if you make them fun or at least somewhat interesting. This is so close to being like an actual like fun movie. It's just sort of bland with only like a couple of scenes that get you hyped in the moment but aren't gonna stick with you. But with that being said, I don't feel like my time was wasted or anything like that. So while it might have been the bare minimum, there's nothing I hate more than a movie that makes me feel like I just wasted my time, and this wasn't that. So thank you, Popeye's Revenge, for not wasting my time. I hope you enjoyed this video on Popeye's Revenge. If you've seen this movie, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments. If you haven't seen this movie, do you want to? I'm gonna assume no, but hey, you never know. This is the first video back after going through my little Superman era, getting hyped for that movie. We're back on the thriller/horror train for now at least, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.